Hey team, how are we doing? Today we're going to go into the 5 P's of selling. Preparation, prospecting, presentation, persistence, and positioning. Guys, sales is not luck. You just need a system and you can dominate in any marketplace. Let's get into it. Number 1, preparation. Now, this is one a lot of people skip it. If they don't skip it, they don't do anything with it. Guys, this can be research. You need to know your product, your customers, and your plan. You also need to know yourself. If you need to prepare for a sale, you should know what you're hopefully going to be selling to that person. You should know everything in and out about that product. You need to know what your customers want. What solutions are they probably going to be looking for? What are they not looking for? What have they worked with before? You need to also be prepared to ask questions that we've talked about in the past to find that out. And then a plan, a system. Don't just go in shaking their hand, having your system be a little bit of eye contact and moving on and just free balling. You need to know what you're doing. You need to have a system, set questions, set structure to figure out how to solve. And that's going into prospecting, finding the ideal clients, and not everyone is your customer. This is one that I have worked on a lot myself, realizing that when people show dollar bill signs in front of your eyes, not everyone's your client. You're not there to help everyone. You have a niche, and that's what you are. I've jumped on the jobs that I had no business doing, and as a business owner, it's a little bit easier than being a salesman, but you also need to understand that you can solve certain things, but some problems and some things aren't for you to solve, okay? You are solving, not selling. Find your ideal clients. What are those people going to be? Those are the people you outreach. Those are the people you cold call, okay? Those are the people that are going to stick around forever because you know how to help them best because that's what you're the expert at. Presentation. Now, if you skip preparation and you don't know how to prospect, presentation is usually what people give the most attention. And even though they give it the most attention, you would be shocked that someone calls themselves a salesman. It's in their job title. They haven't done the first 2, and their presentation sucks. So, you need to deliver value. I always say, make sure the value of your product, of your sales process, is higher than your price. Now, if you're in a car dealership and you have a set price and you can't wiggle that, then make sure the value you provide as a salesman and as an expert in the field and how you make that customer feel is higher than the price. That's where you have to do it. If you can't change the price, then make sure you're above that price. Okay? Focus on solving the problem, not selling. We've already said it. Guys, when you focus on you and you're just trying to sell, that's how you lose clients. Shut up, ask questions, and solve the problems, okay? Quick break from the video, guys. We're going to talk about the new course that just dropped, How to Start a 6-Figure Service Business. In this course, it is 21 videos, 4.5 hours of content. Starts with building your mindset all the way to start that foundation and get you to have paying clients and make over 6 figures your first year, just like I have. Now, this course has templates, the content, the videos. Now, it's no guarantee, but I can promise you now, the only risk is how much you bet on yourself. This course is a blueprint. This is my path. I am giving you the layout of the mistakes that I made in building bridges across, so all you do is skyrocket. I have advice from my own mentors and coaches, which are salesmen and business owners worth millions of dollars to hundreds of millions of dollars. And these are one-on-one interactions I've had that I have implemented into this course. I've talked to you about mindset, niche selection, branding, equipment, marketing, filling the funnel, systems and registration, objection handling, and more. Guys, these are just topics of single videos in this course, and there's 21 of them. If you're interested at all, the link is in the description below in my YouTube channel or in my Instagram channel. If you're interested at all, it'll change your life. Let's get back to the video. Going back to the car issue. If you don't ask any questions, how do you know what car you're supposed to sell them? Obviously, they might be like, oh, this is the price range. And that's all you go off of. There's probably a lot of cars in that price range. You have to ask questions to narrow it down. So if you know your inventory, like you should, you can find that perfect car for that client because you're solving. Ask questions and don't ask the question to sell until you know they'll say yes because you've asked so many questions, you know the perfect solution. Make it unforgettable. Guys, the presentation, yes, you need value. Yes, you need to focus on the seller, but make it unforgettable. If that means your follow-up, do that. That's what I'm really good at. My follow-up is really good because no one cares to do it. Once they get the money, they run away and they never come back. Make some part of your process unforgettable so they come back to you, that they're happy to help you, that they want to work with you again, okay? And that's going into persistence. Now, no one does this. Let's be real. No person does this. Guys, if every single person was persistent, there would be a lot more rich people. A lot more. Because they would be persistent on what they love. Now, did you know that the average sale happens after the 5th touch? Between 5 to 7 touches is the average time a sale happens. Some experts even suggest that sales can happen even past the 14th touch. Consistently. That's crazy. Because, yeah, I'll call people and they don't pick up. I'll leave them a voicemail. I'll send them a text message. I'll do 3 outreaches a day for about 3 days straight, and then 2, and then 1. And in 2 weeks, they get back to you. And they just admit that they were really busy. And you feel like a donut the whole time being like, I don't know if I should be poking this person. And then they get back to you, and they're like, thank you so much for keep bringing up in my head until they finally had time to get to you. Guys, you're the solution. You're helping them. Remember, we're not just in this to get the money. Yeah, it's a great part of sales because commission pays a stupid amount of money, but it's because you're the solution. You're the solution because you're giving them the solution. And you need to be on top of your game at all times. Otherwise, it's a disservice to your customer if you're the one they come to and you don't know what the heck you're doing. Going on to finally positioning. Be the expert, not the salesman. And remember, transactions always lose to relationships. If I have a relationship with a customer, there's gonna be no objections. If you're a transactional buyer, you're gonna lose to objections. You're gonna lose to the price objections. You're gonna lose to the I gotta think about it. You're gonna lose to I need to talk to my partner. You're gonna lose to I need to do it next year. You're gonna lose to your competition's better than you. Guys, stop being transactional. Stop trying to get the money and run away. These are people. People like to feel loved. They like to feel respected. They especially like to feel important. And when you give them just a little bit of that, because no one does it, they will stick with you forever and be loyal to you as a customer forever. Stop being transactional. Don't want that. Now, being a trusted expert and a salesman, when you did your preparation, and I'm talking way back when you were your first couple weeks, maybe even a month before this job, you should have been preparing and researching the crap out of what your job does, the inventory of the product you're selling, and the customers. You have to be an expert. You would be shocked at how many people don't know what the heck they're doing. You're the expert. People come to you because you're the expert. Back to the car example. If someone comes in and you're like, I need to talk to my manager. Well, you're a donut and you don't know what you're doing. That's what you just told me. Thank gosh your manager's coming because I don't want to work with your egghead anymore, okay? Pay attention and research. Guys, those are the 5 keys of selling. Preparation, which everyone skips. Prospecting, no one cares about, which is extremely important. Presentation, everyone tries it and everyone sucks at it. Persistence, no one does this. You can get a lot of wins in just persistence alone. And positioning, which is where people's greed gets in front of their caring personality. These 5 are extremely important. And that's why they're the 5 P's of selling. Because if you can master all 5, you will be the best salesman around. No one will be better than you, okay? But if you're just donutting each one, yeah, you're not gonna sell anything. Those are the 5 P's. Guys, if you are interested in content like this, please subscribe and like the video. It would mean the world to me. Check out my course, How to Build a 6-Figure Service Business in just under a year, like yours truly. And guys, peace out. Lovely to have you. Bye.